Hello.
You're not supposed to fucking look at it.
Hey, this yeah.
But
we're supposed to look
now
at
that you
it.
did,
It's on video.
Are we
Now
not
that
allowed
to look at
Are
it.
we not allowed to look at
We're
it?
supposed to look at it.
now that we looked at it, hello, man from
This is-
Moldova.
Hello.
This is what
This
we
is
look
the
like.
Hooverville Podcast.
Moldova. I don't know.
My name's Roberto.
I'm Jimmy.
I'm Steven.
I'm Steven.
Okay. And yeah, this is the Hooverville Podcast. Now we have video, so you can look at us. Eventually, we'll get video for each close-up, and it'll look all fucking professional and shit.
Right.
But for now, you have
So
to
you
deal.
and then you can vote on which one of us is the most handsome.
I don't know about that.
It's gonna be easy.
Okay, so what's up?
Well,
Did you guys see Matthew McConaughey's new look?
Did he shave his head?
No.
No, he just like-
he's just really fucking skinny now. Did
Yeah,
you see it?
Why is he skinny? Is it for a role?
Yeah.
We'll pop it up on the computer.
Is he playing an anorexic man?
No,
he's not playing a guy with.
Is it an insomniac?
It's either
Yeah.
drugs or
It's
AIDS.
AIDS.
AIDS. Yeah, he's playing an AIDS character. But
Son of a bitch.
Tom Cruise didn't lose. Did he lose that much weight for Philadelphia?
No, it's Tom Hanks.
Tom Hanks.
He kind of
Did Tom Cruise lose weight from the
From
shading of
He might have.
I mean,
I would like to think so.
you pull that up. Okay.
I don't know how much that movie meant to him,
Maybe,
but-
maybe it really affected him. He's like, you know what? I'm gonna try to see how that.
Okay, well, my laptop's not working. I guess.
That's fine.
I trust you. It's not like they were gonna sing. You guys can Google it. But he's really skinny. Did you ever see Christian Bale in The Machinist?
Yeah.
That's
that's
there's a
great.
picture of him next to him and Batman. He gained 100 pounds of muscle in 6 months, and it's like a picture side by side. It's like
It's insane. He completely
had to have done
transformed
steroids.
his. He completely transformed his body.
then you got skinny again in the fight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You got,
And then jacked again.
And
He's gonna die soon.
He will die.
he basically did. He was in like American Psycho when he was jacked, and then he just lost weight for The Machinist, and then he gained weight for Batman Begins, and then he lost weight for Rescue Dawn, and then he gained weight for The Dark Knight, then he lost weight for The Fighter, and gained weight for Dark Knight Rises, and then he's gonna lose weight again to play Olive Oil in Popeye.
He's gonna die soon. Your body. He's definitely doing steroids. You can't
I think
get like that.
I'm
Without
so,
about steroids.
You can eat a lot.
well, the way I think about, I
And
mean,
do steroids.
well, think about this. All he had to do, like, between that 6 months, the only thing he had to do was gain or lose weight. Like, he didn't, like, it's not like he had other stuff. It's not like us trying to do it where we had to do, like, work or we have to, like, wake up after noon. Like, he had to do, that's all he did. That was his career. Like, he said he, like, ate a lot of, like, he drank a lot of, like, soup or something and had a lot of, like, hot water
definitely-
with celery.
Definitely plenty of
And
crazy things.
he
Yeah,
has
great
the money.
personal
He
trainers.
had like these people. They have like professionals. Like they have like professional personal trainers in Hollywood. So they're like they have the money to do it and strict diet. So of course it's terrible. It must suck. I would like you need like a certain amount of like fortitude to do it.
And
But,
steroids.
And steroids.
And a lot of money for steroids.
That's just a that's
A lot of money for
just that's just a write off everyone knows steroids.
No, because
I don't know. He looks like he didn't take steroids.
He doesn't have any veins popping out.
yeah, he does.
I like the fact that Matthew McConaughey is getting back into acting really.
When
Because
did he
he's
start?
not. Well, no,
When
I'm saying
is,
like
his...
I'm saying I don't count fucking.
Fool's Gold.
He just made a bunch. Yeah, like Fool's Gold.
But I mean, what
where
were
it
his
was just
original
ads.
films?
Wait, wasn't
that
that-
were...
Okay, was I wrong? But weren't there 2 movies that were Fool's Gold? Who was it?
Fool's Gold and How to Lose a Guy.
Which was a
10
great
Days.
film.
It was like it was the same. It was him and
It was
what's
him
his
and
name?
Kate Hudson.
Kate Hudson.
I
Like,
did 2 movies.
Kate
with
Hudson loves those ads.
and I remember I was like,
Who doesn't?
is this a sequel to How to Lose a Guy? Like that always weirds me out when you see a movie
With the same actor.
with the same actors like it's playing love interest twice. Like a weird one. What I think because of the time difference was 50 First Dates and Wedding Singer
Yeah.
with Adam Sandler, Drew Barrymore.
Oh, yeah.
And I feel like the only movies that can kind of get away with like having actors playing like love interests more than once. You kind of see in like the '80s Brat Pack movies because like everyone was with like Molly Ringwald at once.
Red Train.
She's a lovely lady.
I hate the 80s Brat Pack movies.
You know, like,
I'm not that big. I'm not that big on them.
I think they're bad.
I don't even know if this one counts.
Breakfast
As in, no, my favorite is Weird Times. That's my favorite.
Yeah,
like
that counts.
I've never seen it.
That's my
Never
favorite.
seen
I
Weird
don't
Science.
like
That was a good one.
Breakfast Club. I don't really like.
I don't like
16
Breakfast
Sixteen
Club.
Candles. I'm not that big of a fan.
I've never
of.
seen. I think I've only seen Breakfast Club and Weird Science. I've never seen Pretty in Pink.
There's a reason
I've
you
seen
haven't
16
seen. They
Candles.
suck. They're not good movies.
No, my favorite one of those is Weird Science.
The 80s was
That's
a pretty
not
crappy.
Did you
decade.
know that? You may know this, that in the '80s there was like a time when SNL was just doing terrible. So
Yeah.
they cut-
Everything
so-
sucked in
so-
the 80s. It was awful. It was awful. What
Except
survived
the
the
music.
80s? What survived the 80s?
Tarzan
What,
porn.
like...
Music
Tarzan porn.
and
What
the-
music? What band survived the 80s?
the dawn of action movies.
Yeah.
Those survived. Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Yeah,
and
they
Bruce
survived.
Willis.
But, like, even the music.
And now we're
some
still
of those
talking
bands
about
are big
Die
now.
Hard.
Like, Hall &
It's not
Oates did not last. Guns N' Roses
They came
did
back.
not
Oh,
last.
well now the 80s,
Guns N'
the
Roses
80s music
is-
survived through irony from hipsters.
It did. That's correct.
Yeah, the 80s music is great.
Oh, yeah.
Tarzan boy. I just want to put that on the
That's
list.
the anthem.
That's what you were saying about.
Oh, no.
You thought Fool's Gold and How Those Guy in 10 Days the Same movie. I, as a kid, thought Clarissa Explains It All and Sabrina the Teenage Witch were the same TV show.
But that was.
I thought they were the
Melissa
same
Joan-
TV show.
Oh wow, it was the same girl.
It was
Melissa Joan
Melissa
Hart.
Joan Hart.
Yeah.
She did like the same. She would stop and talk to the camera in both shows. I felt like
Do you
she
remember?
just lived with her witch aunts after a while.
Do you guys remember the Secret Life of Alex May or Alex? What was her name? The Secret Life of Alex. She turned into a puddle.
Yeah, I remember that she did that. She turned. That was her superpower.
That wasn't Melissa Joan Hart. But that girl
What a
in
great
that.
power.
She was something else.
She was in something else, and I remember like that. Remember she turned.
I had a
It's a
huge-
She turned into a puddle, that's it?
And she shot like fireworks out of
Would you-
her fingers.
Oh,
It was-
that's
it
a
was-
great fucking vibe.
It was weird.
Wow.
It was a little weird.
It was
you
weird.
know?
It was like a terrible powers that they chose for a TV show, but I love it.
I don't know.
I
I guess
guess
a
it was
puddle
awesome
might
when I
be
was a
cool.
kid.
Whatever.
Like I feel
You
like
can listen
Disney
to people's
sucked when we were
conversations
kids.
and stuff.
What?
I just heard a noise and got fucking freaked out.
Probably
Whatever.
ghost.
What happened?
I feel like Disney sucked when we were kids. Nickelodeon was cool back then.
Yeah.
I don't remember any Disney shows.
Yeah, I don't remember.
You know, I met
Disney came after
I
like
remember
Lizzie
Disney
McGuire, and that
Yeah.
was late.
I met some Disney kids when I like people like I met kids who watched Disney when they were little, and I just
What did they watch? What was there?
I don't even.
I don't know.
Wow, yeah,
I don't remember any.
Disney
I was all
movies.
Nickelodeon. There were Disney
Disney.
kids, Nickelodeon kids, and then there were like little Cartoon Network kids.
And poor
I
PBS
used-
kids.
But I watched.
I used to, yeah, PBS. I used to watch
Arthur.
Cartoon
The
Network.
poor kids.
Oh, Arthur.
People with the stuck-up parents.
This is a good way to determine the age difference between people, or like when the childhood ended. We can all be. Were we all Nickelodeon?
Yeah.
Nickelodeon.
Or were you like PBS or
No.
something?
I watched
I was
Nickelodeon.
PBS.
What was the last? I'm gonna go down the list so that we don't all talk over each other. What was the last Nickelodeon show that you watched? You watched. I'm kidding. What was the last Nickelodeon show that you watched?
Like recently?
Oh, I'll rephrase that. No.
No.
What's when
No,
you
it's
stopped
really-
watching Nickelodeon? What was like the last show that came in that you were like, I'm done?
Probably SpongeBob.
SpongeBob. Okay.
That was probably the last one.
I'm on the same as that.
That didn't happen. That didn't happen.
I remember. Yeah, I remember when SpongeBob came out. I was like, you know what? I'm not feeling this. I'm done with.
Oh, I wasn't done. I still watched.
Oh,
Then you not answered the question. We'll get back to you.
That was the last thing I watched. Like I never watched anything else but SpongeBob.
I think his question was
that's
no,
what I
I
watched in general.
I don't know what you're asking.
What was the last show like you watched regularly?
What was the first show you didn't watch?
I still regularly watch SpongeBob.
What was the first show you didn't
Oh,
watch?
like
Like, what was the show that when you were watching Nickelodeon when it came out and you were like, this sucks, this is Nickelodeon now, I'm done with this.
the
I'm
last
gonna go drink beer and masturbate.
the last one I feel like was Drake and
And
Josh.
Oh, Jake.
Yeah, but isn't that Disney?
That's Nick. I used to watch Drake and Josh. Used to watch Zoe 101. Had a huge crush on Jamie Lynn Spears.
That's pretty recent. Isn't
You
it?
It was the
guys,
same time as Drake and Josh. Yeah, I was
Yeah.
in like middle school.
What are you?
The last show I remember watching.
No, the last show that
regularly?
you like, right? That was like the show that was a cutoff. Like,
I don't remember.
'Cause
was a
I
kid.
remember-
I didn't go like, oh, this show fucking sucks. I was a kid.
I
This is it. I'm done with Nickelodeon.
no, because I remember I'd always watch Nickelodeon. Like my favorite shows were Hey Arnold and Rugrats.
Yeah.
And I remember when they were like the new show SpongeBob SquarePants, and I'm like I don't want to watch this shit.
SpongeBob was great.
And I never watched it.
You were old enough to make that decision?
Yeah, I'm old enough to make that. Well,
I'm writing it down now.
No, I was just like,
done.
I was just like watching Nickelodeon, and the new shows would come out, and they were like Rocket Power, and I did not like Rocket Power.
Rocket Power's
Rocket
awesome.
Power's awesome.
And I did not like SpongeBob.
You make jokes about Steve.
And I did not like, and I
think
did
you
not
like the
like
dumb stuff.
Rugrats all grown up.
Yeah, well.
Nobody
Oh,
liked
yeah.
that.
Okay, I want them back.
Yeah.
God, we watched Jimmy Neutron recently, and it is fucking terrible.
It's a bad show.
That when I watched it when we were
You're not a little kid anymore.
when we were kids, it was groundbreaking like animation and shit like that. Well, I don't know about that, but it looked really good.
Yeah,
It looked really good. It looks like shit.
No, I know, because some of them passed the test of time. Like because there's a lot of Nickelodeon shows on Netflix, and
Like Rugrats.
I was with my friend, and we were like, hey, let's watch Hey Arnold. We watched Hey Arnold. We don't laugh at it anymore, but it's like, like it's like, you know, like
I still laugh
the
at it,
stories.
genuinely.
The stories are good, and then we put on Rocko's Modern Life,
Oh, that's a great show.
which has not passed the test of time.
Oh,
I liked it, and I liked it when I was little, and I watched it. I'm like, what the fuck is going on in this show?
I recently watched Are You Afraid of the Dark, and when I was a kid, that was the scariest show ever I watched recently. I was like, this is comically bad. Like, it was so bad.
Well, 2 Angry Beavers is always.
I just wasn't
always my
a-
favorite.
Two Angry Beavers,
Yeah.
yes.
Yes.
Okay.
When you're a little kid, things are better, you know? And when you're older, it's like, well, I'm more into porn now.
Neutron looks like
Ryan Gosling was
shit.
in that show.
He's in Are You Afraid of the Dark?
I watched, because I had an older brother. I still have an older brother. I had weird.
Back in the day.
Like, I was thinking about it, like, when people say, like, oh, when you're little and you watch certain TV shows, they're kind of like, that's what your comedy's based off of. And, like, other than, like, the children's shows that kind of, like, eventually just bleed out of your brain eventually. But I watched, growing up, because of my family, The Simpsons, old Simpsons, which is very good. And, my brother always watched Kids in the Hall. So that's what, like, which is weird. I mean, I was watching those when you're like 6 years old. But that's a show, like Simpsons, I loved it when I was younger. And then I recently watched old episodes and I love it even more. Like, you don't even, like I
get it more.
You didn't get it as
Yeah.
much. Like, I watched, like, the Treehouse of Horror episode recently. Treehouse of Horror 8, which is one of them is, where, it makes fun of the Bob Dole and Bill Clinton election, where the aliens, like, take over their bodies. And I watch it because of the election. And then like another one where it was like it's. If you haven't heard of Simpsons, and Moldova loves Simpsons because I was talking to this girl in
From Moldova?
Well, from Spain. What's the difference? Am I right?
Oh! We don't agree with that. We think you and Moldova are your own people. It's only one thing. It's the only people that like us.
And but yeah, people in.
How the fuck is this going on?
That's supposed to happen. That means there's 5 minutes left.
There's really important information on this computer.
You just sent the battery out?
Really got the battery.
Okay.
We can cut
Wait,
that.
everyone freeze for edit.
No, I'm not editing.
Who said this? This is bad.
But yeah, people from like Europe love The Simpsons. Like,
I never grew up on The Simpsons, so I never really watched
like they
it.
like
I really
this,
liked it.
like they
Yeah,
get
I mean-
like this girl. Yeah. Sorry.
I've never been huge on The Simpsons.
Yeah.
I've
I
always
like
thought-
the
I'll
The
watch
Simpsons.
it.
Well, I
video
stopped
games.
watching it in
You know.
2000. That's the whole thing. I stopped watching it in 2001.
You remember the date?
Yeah.
He remembers
day-
shit like this.
The Simpsons.
I remember the
died.
day the ending of Friends. Because I liked
I
Friends
remember
a
that.
lot.
Oh,
I
that's
remember that.
that's my favorite sitcom ever. It's
Yeah.
Friends. I
Well,
love
I
Friends.
don't know about that.
Seinfeld.
Seinfeld.
Stein.
I mean, I just prefer Friends.
Well,
to
Mike and
Seinfeld.
Molly is pretty damn good. No, that's not.
Is there a theme song, Nickelback?
That made me like it so much more.
I love Friends is like my comfort food. Like if I'm ever sad, I'll just watch Friends,
Yeah.
and then I'll be like, oh, just get together with my bunch of friends. 'Cause
I-
I don't have any real ones.
I think
Just
the
laugh.
difference is
Yeah.
when I want to watch something like a funny sitcom,
So
I put on and I'm like, you know what? Like I'm eating food and I'm like, or like I'm just sitting on the couch and my computer's not working. I'm like, I want to watch a sitcom. I put on Seinfeld. I'm like this. But when I want to watch, when I watch Friends, I'm usually just like, like that's not a bad thing. Like that, sometimes you want that. Like that's like there's two different times. Sometimes it's Seinfeld, you're like, oh, I see how that convoluted plot. Everything came back together. And Fred was like, oh, they have a duck and a chicken in their pot.
That is genius. My only problem with Seinfeld is, actually I don't have any. It's just,
It's always on.
I don't ever choose to watch it. Like, I'm never like,
it's
oh,
always on.
I want to watch it. It's just like sometimes it'll be on. I'll be like, oh, well, that was fun.
Yeah, every time I eat,
Seinfeld's a
every
fun
time I'm
show.
about to eat, it's always on like 3 different channels.
Because
I'm
nothing's
like,
on.
I know
Yeah,
what
that's how
time
I
Friends
always-
is on. I
that's how I
really
watch.
do. I know when it's on. I'll be like, oh, Friends
Like-
is on now, and I'll go to it.
Like the
never-
time period when nothing's on. It's when nothing is on TV, like that 6 to 7, like 6 to 8. When not, like 5 to 8 is a terrible television time period.
Yeah.
And it's just like
That's when I go to TBS. I
That-
see
yeah.
what they have on there.
that's exactly
You go to
TBS.
TBS.
Sponsored.
Sponsored.
TBS is
TBS.
terrible.
Sponsored by Hooverville. Okay.
You can't say it's terrible because it's just reruns.
It's
Like,
very
Yeah.
funny.
it doesn't
Yeah,
do
but they give like
anything.
3 hours of fucking Family Guy.
They give 3 hours of. That's like they have like that 3-hour block for a different show every night. And 3 hours
What
of
are those
anything is a
shows?
little too much. I know they do it with The Big Bang Theory.
They do it with The Office.
I hate the Big
I
Bang
hate
Theory.
Big Bang
I
Theory.
hate
Really?
It's a bad show.
the Big Bang Theory. It's a minstrel show for nerds.
If I knew what minstrel meant, I would deny it.
Look it up, and you could realize the terrible direction this podcast could have went.
I like The Big Bang Theory. It's kind of like Seinfeld, where I'll never try to find it, but if it's on, I'll be like, oh, that was funny. I enjoyed myself.
You know, I think they try really hard to.
Panda.
Yeah, they just say a bunch of shit.
Yeah, sure. It's kind of just like someone like Googled the nerd terms, and they were like, "Oh wait, we can use Google in the joke."
Yeah, like
And,
nerds. I don't really think they speak like that.
yeah.
Because
Yeah,
the main guy Sheldon, it looks like he has a disease. It looks like he has a social anxiety. And
Well, yeah, I
like,
think he does. Yeah.
oh, all right. Then I guess that's funny.
No,
I
actually, I think you're right. I don't think he does. He kind of has like a disorder, how like Kramer has a disorder. Like they kind of.
He's just crazy, man.
I
Well,
don't think any of them have.
Well, I don't know, he has a
disorders. They
disorder
have
like
characters
how-
and television
Socially
shows.
like
How-
sheltered.
I think he has a disorder kind of like how Abed in Community has.
Well, he
Yeah,
has.
they remind me of each other.
He has Asperger's.
Yeah, but the thing is
but they
that-
kind of wrote it out. Like in the very first episode, they said
Yeah.
Ahmed in Community, which I love. Community
yeah.
has Asperger's.
But Big Bang Theory, that it just doesn't do it well.
I'm not huge on any CBS show.
Yes.
CBS is a
CBS.
Channel.
It's the
terrible.
#1 network.
CBS is a single.
It really is. I'm not even like, that's no pun intended. It really, if you ever look at like
It's
the
number
top
one.
20 shows,
Yeah, no,
it
is.
has 15
It's
of them.
terrible.
Like, and I just don't think, I'm like, none of this
You know
is
why?
that good.
You know why?
I didn't know what CBS had.
CBS has very broad broadcasting.
going back to 2.5 broke girls.
Like like they have they don't have niche. They're like there's comedy shows that are for like niche.
You guys
people.
shut up. This is me and Steve get to talk about this now. You guys had your week. No, I'm only kidding.
Like they're very like broad types of programs. Like very like anyone could watch. Anyone could watch Big Bang Theory. Like anyone could laugh at a joke of Big Bang Theory.
2.5
But like I love like Parks and Rec, but you can clearly tell that Parks and Rec isn't for everyone.
Yeah.
I love Community. You can clearly tell Community
Yeah.
isn't for everyone. But like if you think of like the
Which ones are
CBS shows, what are the CBS comedies?
Like
They
2.5
have-
Men makes people feel like they're watching something raunchy.
Yeah.
And, like,
It's not
it's
raunchy
Clearly
whatsoever.
not.
Well, they have 2.5 Men, 2.5 Broke Girls. Mike and Molly, Big Bang Theory.
And
Those shows are
Don't
huge.
they have like a whole bunch of like
All the
shows?
CSI shows.
I'm
Yeah,
just
they
saying.
have
I'm just
every
saying the
single-
comedy.
All 20 of them.
comedy.
Those are their
That's
comedy shows.
That's
It's
their
those
comedy
four.
shows.
They have some other stuff.
NBC has great comedy. They have the best
I know.
comedy.
But-
Yeah, but NBC doesn't know how to treat their comedies well.
Because nobody
Because
watches
it almost seems like Community is almost going to be done because they
It is
took
going to
the
be done.
creator out.
It got moved to Friday. You're done.
It got moved to like 6 months.
If you ever watched the first season of Community
It's
and
done.
It Now, that show went batshit crazy.
It's
It was a
incredible.
normal show at first.
Well, if you watch all the NBC like current NBC TV show comedies, their first season was like completely different and not as good as the later ones. Like
Yeah.
like if you watch the first season of I think the first season I didn't like the first season of 30 Rock. I started watching it and stopped watching it, and then I started watching the third season.
Yeah.
I'm like, this is a great show.
That's crazy.
And the fourth, like the one with I think the third or fourth season when I started watching 30 Rock. The first season of Parks and Rec was basically like kind of like The Office. It was
The
trying to be like The Office.
That's why I didn't. That's why
and then they completely flipped that over on the second season.
The first
like
season
everybody
of The
says
Office,
that Parks and Rec was fucking awesome, but I couldn't tell because the first season left such a bad impression on me. Because I was just, this is just the same fucking show.
Yeah.
Just with Amy
But
now
they completely they have more character driven.
Most sitcoms are the same plot. Like me and my brother were talking recently. How I Met Your Mother is Friends. They remade Friends. It's a bunch of New Yorkers. Instead of going to the coffee shop, they go to the bar.
Which is raunchy.
They all date each other. But they have funny characters on it.
No, you're right.
It's all about the actors with the sitcom. There's nothing to do with the plot. Pretty much.
You got something to say, Steven?
Just not.
Like my favorite.
You seem to be holding back to say something. You're like.
My favorite sitcoms are Friends and Always Sunny, but I will relent that the greatest one ever is probably Seinfeld, just because everybody watches that.
And everybody's copied Seinfeld.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it was so groundbreaking.
I was thinking
Always Sunny's
I was
kinda
actually
like
thinking
Seinfeld.
recently. I told him about this, that I think the two most like groundbreaking films of the past 20 years. Like I'm not saying the best films. I'm saying movies that changed things.
Yeah.
Were The Matrix and Avatar. And both of those movies changed things in two different ways. Matrix changed the way movies were made, and Avatar changed the way movies were sold. Because now everything's fucking 3D.
Yeah.
For no reason.
Yeah.
It had been.
I thought that was a cool observation.
It is
started
cool. Before Avatar a little bit. The first one I remember, no joke, the first in this 3D revolution was My Bloody Valentine.
I think it's
3D.
I think it's Spy Kids.
That was the first one I
Yeah,
remember.
but at that point, it was still like
Gimmicky.
Yeah, gimmicky. Avatar really, it's not. I don't like it.
But you know what? It's gonna the CD
Everything
thing,
is-
the CD
Like,
thing
move off
is
the
gonna go
fucking
away a
doors.
little bit, and then gonna come back again. Because it was big in like the 50s, and then.
Well, you could just make more money off of it. You charge an extra.
Yeah, it's like
$3.
Yeah.
Well, you
You
know
make
what?
more money. That's why people do it. You know.
I realized about Avatar because first Avatar, it was like so hyped up. And I remember when I saw it, I was like, oh, that was awesome.
Yeah, it was really.
And then I completely just forgot about it. And I'm just like, meh. I have it on DVD. I'm like, I don't want to watch this.
It's bad without the 3D.
What I didn't
Yeah,
like
it's not
about Avatar was well, I mean, it was amazing visual.
Yeah.
But I mean, it must have been so boring for the actors. Because I've seen like behind the scenes and they're just like all like blue screen. I'm like, I would never be able to do that. I don't know how you can act like that. Like, I feel like you would see me like walking in like a magical floating forest with like 8 winged birds flying around perched on my shoulders, and I'd just be like you'd see my face just like, oh. Because I'm really just looking at a blue screen.
Oh my god.
That's why they get Sam Worthington. He knows his stuff.
They should just have Michael Jordan.
Another movie.
I had a dream about Sam Worthington last night.
Another movie.
Yeah. Tell us. Tell us.
All I know is that they were like, we want to save Sam Worthington's career. And then they tried to get him a role in a movie.
That's how Clash of the Titans was made. Another movie that changed everything was the Batman movies, Christopher Nolan.
Yeah, I
Every
think
superhero movie is dark and gritty.
And Dark Knight
Everyone.
really
Has
like,
to be.
because Dark Knight, the action was really good. Well,
Too much.
I'll super lean back.
No, I'm trying to.
Dark Knight the action was really good, and now it's kind of shown other movies, hey, you have to be, you have to give your audience a reason to care about the action, because that's why Dark Knight's good. There's this crazy, like a truck fucking falling over, but because you care, and the Joker, now every villain
It's
is like,
supposed to be like that.
The Avengers
Chaos.
Avengers kind of flipped it to. They were like, I think the
they
good thing about
didn't go
Avengers
dark.
is they were like, you know what? It doesn't have to always be dark.
It doesn't work sometimes. I
And,
thought
but-
Spider-Man was worse because they tried to
Spider-Man
make it
was-
like
I
that.
didn't see that. Iron Man 3 looks like it's gonna be dark though.
No, yeah.
I never saw it.
But I think I always wanted that with Iron Man, because Iron Man is an alcoholic, and that's the story of Iron Man. So I wanted.
I can't wait to see when Thor gets addicted to Oxycontin. That's gonna be
Inevitable. All those Norse gods.
They're actually.
Red Dawn's coming out soon.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Mighty
talked
Pills.
That movie was made like fucking years ago.
I know.
And it was delayed because they were like, oh.
Maybe we shouldn't make this.
That movie was made. I think like 6 years ago. I heard about like the production. Or something
It was made a long time
and then they
ago.
just delayed it, and now he's Thor.
Chris and the other guy, Josh Hutcherson. Was
The
in
guy-
the
yeah,
movie.
And
It was
that's the same.
before
The
Hunger
same.
Games,
The same
yeah.
thing kind of happened with Cabin in the Woods.
Yeah.
Cabin in the Woods.
Let's not talk about
was
it.
made a lot.
That's it.
It's really good.
I know, and everyone says that, and I wanted to see it when it was in theaters.
It's really good.
But I saved my money for Avengers because I'm poverty stricken. But yeah.
Fucking James Bond was really good. Skyfall.
Oh, you guys want to see that?
I'll watch it.
Yeah. Not with you.
We should make a date out of it.
Okay.
I don't do Bond movies.
It's really good though.
I just had Bond movies.
I wanted to ask,
You just don't do.
who's your preferred Hemsworth brother? Chris or Liam? We gotta.
Isn't there another one?
No.
I thought there was.
There
one.
could be, but he's probably like Cooper Manning. Like
He's
the one
in
that
the-
nobody knows.
He's in hibernation. He's just waiting to sprout
He's
out.
waiting to strike. He's the most glorious of all the Hemsworths.
Expendables 3.
Yeah.
I was watching The Last Song recently.
Yeah.
Well, I wasn't really. I turned it on.
You're watching.
Miley Cyrus is a really bad actress.
Is she?
Like, she's bad at it. She's not good at it. She's really bad, but she's really hot. So I guess.
Is she?
Is she really hot?
Do you know nothing about her? Did you even know?
No, she
We're
just-
really not. We're really not helping you out. No.
I don't
She's not.
I
an
don't think
actress.
she's really attractive. She has like big teeth.
What if she's watching us right now and she's like, you know what, that guy Roberto was really.
That would be awesome.
That guy Roberto was really getting me going. And he said that one. And just sorry.
Well, then I'm sorry.
End
Miley
podcast
Cyrus.
button.
Still haven't answered which Hemsworth brother you guys
Chris.
Liam has nice eyes. Liam's eyes are just.
You
they
took the
pop out.
direction I didn't necessarily want to go, but I'm not saying that.
Chris Hemsworth is Thor, and he's like a man, and Liam's just like such. Liam Liam Hemsworth is so the younger brother. Liam Hemsworth is so Chris Hemsworth's younger brother.
I would love
like
to
Chris
see a Hemsworth fishing trip or hunting trip. It must be the most manly fucking thing in the world.
Expendables, he's pretty cool.
They should make a movie, and
They
should make a movie, and their father is played by Harrison Ford.
Oh shit.
That was the movie I
Oh,
said.
shit.
Remember last week I said Nick Cage movies like to see redone? I wanted to see Indiana Jones 4, but him and Shia LaBeouf's role. I want him now, like in Shia LaBeouf's role.
They should
I couldn't remember
They
it.
should have got him in Transformers.
Oh yeah, Mark
Mark
Wahlberg.
Wahlberg's
Transformers 4.
Oh,
Mark Wahlberg is in Transformers 4.
Because Shia LaBeouf didn't want it. Because supposedly he sent naked pictures of himself.
Yeah, Shia LaBeouf
Yeah.
is like trying to be all fucking Joaquin Phoenix, right?
Yeah.
He's trying to be like a crazy extra.
Yeah, he said he wanted he pledged that he will have real sex in a movie.
Yeah, I know.
Like, okay, is that how you're gonna lose your virginity? I'm gonna have sex in a movie.
Dude,
See,
that
when
guy
I
gets laid.
you know,
He gets laid.
because that movie,
You can't hate on him for that.
it's called Nymphomaniac. It's like an art house movie.
Yeah.
If you have sex on camera, you're making a porn. Maybe just a better acted softcore porn. But you're making a porn.
But
That's what you're doing. There's no way around that. You're doing that. You're making a softcore porn.
yeah, well, and that is what they show, because that's not softcore.
I saw
It's
a
softcore, they don't
movie.
show
I
it.
saw a
No, but
movie.
softcore is like they have like
Yeah,
a pack. They
so
don't really do anything.
If anything, he's making a hardcore
Yeah,
porn.
they're just-
A greatly acted hardcore porn.
no, he's literally having sex. But
A
like,
better
the
actor.
movie. I'll paint a picture. The movie's called Nymphomaniac. It's like an art house movie, and it's acclaimed French. or
Lars
Italian,
von Trier. He's crazy.
What else did he do?
What?
He's just
Antichrist?
crazy. He said he
Oh.
Antichrist, which I didn't. Really
Willem Dafoe had sex in that too. He just. But
No,
anyway,
that wasn't Willem Dafoe's dick.
No.
No, it was.
It was
My life is upside down.
No, there is actually a story.
dick donut.
There's a story where they asked Lars, "Why didn't you use Willem Dafoe?" I call him Lars, you know, because me and him hang out. They asked him why didn't they use Willem Dafoe's dick.
Because we don't have a panoramic camera.
No, yeah, his quote was actually, "Oh, because it kind of was scary. We looked at it and it was intimidating, and we knew that if we showed it on screen, it would be
his
distracting."
face with a penis.
That was his
That
thing.
would be
That
better.
Honestly, I'm not surprised that Willem Dafoe has a scary
huge
dick.
dick.
It's probably just like, like as a dick, it's just like,
He's a
hey.
He looks like a. Yeah, he does.
But
Yeah, he probably has a huge dick.
what I'm thinking
He does.
is Shia LaBeouf,
He obviously does.
Shania LaBeouf wants to do.
He was great on Even Stevens.
He wants to
He
do.
peaked.
He wants to have like real sex on it, and he sent in like, a video of him to the director of him having sex with his girlfriend. But I would love
What a
I would
slut.
love if they do the movie and he's talking, he's like getting all like artsy. He's like, you know, like when we really have like sex in this movie, and you're just watching the movie, and it's just like cut shot, because it's like how movies work, I guess. And he's just like, yeah, we're gonna he's like, now we're gonna have sex. And you're just like, okay, like it's just like this complete like awkward like sex scene. And people were just in the theater, just like, what the fuck was that? He's just like, I'm sorry.
So Mark Wahlberg's gonna be in Transformers 4.
Yeah, Transformers.
Do you guys like Mark Wahlberg?
I like
I think he's funny.
And
we saw that movie.
I was gonna say
Contraband. That was okay.
I was gonna say that I saw. If you ever seen the movie A Guide to Recognizing Your Saint, Shia LaBeouf was good in that.
Wait, what?
A Guide to Recognizing
Oh,
Your
I
Saint.
heard that movie.
Channing Tatum was also in that.
He was very good in that. Channing Tatum. And
Sarah Dawson.
And Adam Scarambolo, who's from the
I
neighborhood.
thought you meant
Was in that.
Adam Sandler was also.
Adam Sandler was also in this movie.
Adam Scarambolo.
Yeah.
He's from the neighborhood, and he's really good in it. And
Shout out.
shout out.
Shout
Adam
out.
Scarambolo. He's a fine actor.
I used to hate Channing Tatum because I was like, this guy's such a bad actor. But then, like, I saw him in interviews, and I was like, you know what? There's a lot of bad actors. This guy seems like he's at least really cool.
I really liked him in
And he was
21
good in
Jump Street.
21 Jump Street.
Yeah, he was really funny.
He doesn't try to act like he's a good actor either.
Yeah.
Like
Well,
I
I think he's good. Like,
he does roles he knows he can do.
the fact is,
I respect that.
also,
I respect him.
he would be.
And he's the sexiest
He would get
man.
better roles if he was not so handsome. I feel like he's
No,
handsome.
he wouldn't be an actor if he wasn't so handsome.
No, he's got I've seen him in roles and he does a good job, but he has like he has the handsome look that it's like you're always gonna play the handsome guy. Like they're like Leonardo DiCaprio's handsome, but like you could like he wasn't handsome in J. Edgar. Like you could do something with that. But
did you guys watch that movie?
Channing Tatum is just like.
If he was a good looker, he wouldn't be an actor.
Did you guys watch J. Edgar Hoover?
Yeah,
J. Edgar.
It
No.
looked terrible.
I've seen. I turned it off.
Lincoln looks horrible.
It was very
Lincoln?
slow.
Yeah, right?
What?
Am I the only one?
He
I feel
looks
like I'm the only
great.
one who thinks Lincoln
I'm
looks
like,
terrible.
this looks hysterical. Do you hear
I
him
don't
talk?
know, man. I think...
Four stars in 7 years
That's
ago.
how Lincoln sounded.
No, yeah.
Who knows that? Show me the fucking proof.
Yeah,
that
They're
that's how
all
Abraham
reports.
Lincoln talks. That's how he talks.
You know,
I think
I
he's
have
got- he's
this.
right.
I got this one.
Yeah.
They're all reports from like
Sound clips?
people reporting.
Sound clips.
You know, because before
There's
sound
no
clips,
sound.
no one ever knew. No, people would fight. He would do speeches, and people would say that his voice was a high-pitched, shrill, like a tea kettle. They were historical.
Yeah, but
reports
I don't
about
want to
that.
think about that.
You
When
know,
I watch a
we
movie about
think-
Lincoln, I
because there
want
was
to
a
fucking Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Because there was a Lincoln movie. There was a Lincoln movie in like the 50s played by Gregory Peck.
Yeah.
And Gregory Peck has an amazing voice. So he was like 7 years ago. And you're like, awesome. But that wasn't his voice. I swear to God, when I found out a Lincoln movie was being made, I was like, and I found out Daniel Day-Lewis was doing it, I was like, he better give him a terrible voice. And he did. They wanted Liam Neeson.
Yeah.
But Liam Neeson would have been like, I can't do it.
Sometimes when you're too historically accurate or too close to the facts,
Yeah,
it doesn't translate well into a movie.
sometimes.
But it's his voice.
We
though.
could all-
Yeah, I know,
It's
but
just
like...
his
Are
voice.
you
Sounds
surprised?
hysterical.
No.
Lincoln was not a handsome man.
I was dying.
Oh, well, no,
laughing
I like the
whole
look. I like
trailer.
the look.
I was like, this looks more ridiculous than Abraham Lincoln Vampire Hunter. And I legitimately stand by that quote. It looks
doesn't look that good.
ridiculous.
Was
And
it
I'm
the
a big...
plot or the
I'm a
voice?
huge Steven
No,
Spielberg
just-
guy.
The plot.
The voice. I'm like,
It's
listen to him
But
talk.
that's how his voice sounded.
How are you gonna watch that and not laugh? How are you gonna sit and just even the way he looks, like he's flipping out, his hair's going everywhere.
Well, I'm
If
just
you
saying,
watch
it
the
just
movie-
doesn't look like anything I have to run to the fucking
If you
theater
watch the
to
movie, you'll probably get used to his voice.
Well,
and
no,
it'll
I
be-
mean, not to go back on
No, I will
that,
laugh.
but they even
2
said, the
hours.
woman even like said in the historical post that when he did the Gettysburg Address, and he had a very high-pitched, shrill voice which would carry, and it was good for the audience. Right when it started, people were like, ugh, this voice is terrible. But then as he started talking more,
They get used to it.
what he was saying kind of overshadowed, and they got used to it.
Not this guy. I will laugh the entire
I'm not gonna stand here
He's gonna win an
while
Oscar.
you
too.
badmouth.
There's no
the-
doubt in my mind. He will win an Oscar for it, and I will say for years that was hysterical.
No,
I'm not gonna,
I'm gonna
I will
see
pay
it.
for your ticket. I'm not gonna stand here while you ridicule Abraham Lincoln's voice. Why? Because he doesn't have a beautiful Mitt Romney voice that he does. If you know that if Lincoln ran for president now, looking the way he does, and the voice now, he wouldn't even get to
He looks like a fucking...
the
bum.
primary.
He just looks like a homeless
Sounds-
man.
He looks like a homeless man with a top hat.
He just sounds ridiculous.
I don't know, I want...
I'm like, I can't sit
I'm
here and
not-
just
Yeah.
like,
Two
what?
Two readmitted tickets. 2 readmit passes to MC And we can see Lincoln.
How'd you get? What is this?
Or we could go watch James Bond.
I want to see James Bond.
Yeah.
And not doing.
I still
Well,
haven't seen Hotel
I'm going to
Transylvania.
see Lincoln, and I'm going to see James Bond.
No. Lincoln is not all about the voice for me. It's just that like it just doesn't look very
all about the
interesting.
voice. I can't. I'm like I can't take this movie serious with that voice.
I'll watch it. I won't care.
Like
What
I
about
saw
Batman?
I saw
Yeah,
War Horse.
Jamie.
Like I saw War Horse
I don't-
last year, and that like just felt
What?
War Horse the movie.
Was
Oh,
that?
yeah.
That didn't. It wasn't that good. Maybe because I
It
was
didn't
just
really
like,
look it.
tired
I
as
was
fuck.
like, this looks like it's supposed to be good.
It's Spielberg, though.
You know?
No, yeah, that's the thing. That the last few Spielberg movies have been kind of just.
What was his last
Yeah.
few
The
movies?
Adventures of Tintin?
The Adventures of Tintin.
That wasn't good?
War Horse. It was okay.
It looked kind of
The
stupid.
Because that
Adventures
had
of
like an
Tintin.
all-star writing and directing.
If they
Yeah,
liked it
which is awesome,
in
but-
England,
Stephen Moffat had good writing.
anything people like in England, we don't really like here in America. It never translates too well. We have different tastes.
Which is also like.
You're pissing me off.
Which is also kind of.
Let's wrestle right now.
Like I hate.
Which is also kind of like my website, Indian. Yeah, I could look at the location tracking to see how many people are like looking at the website in what countries. Almost nobody in America. It's all Europe. I have all European.
England likes us. Well, then I'm sorry. I love England.
I love Doctor Who.
I've never seen. I'm not
It's all like.
talking about
Europe.
Doctor Who, but like the British office over here, nobody likes that. Everybody likes the American office.
Well, it's just
nobody likes the
it's
American
just-
office.
I love.
You're right. As in
I'm not talking about like I'm talking like
Yeah.
general
Well,
opinion.
oh no, yeah, you're right.
And in England, they don't like any of like the humor.
Because
They're
they're
different
different. There are
senses.
different tastes.
Yeah.
There are different tastes,
Yeah,
different
different
types of humor. You know, like.
I didn't mean like fuck the British and everything they've
Yeah.
ever made.
No.
you know?
You're right. In a general consensus, like there's different. It's different cultures. Like British
Yeah.
films, a lot that like translate differently from here. I saw a Russian film recently,
They try to be
and
smart.
it seemed very different. What?
They try to be smart. I think that's the thing.
Some British is very dry.
Their films are
Yeah.
smart, dry.
It's
and
like
I love
and
ridiculously dry.
American
Like-
humor is just.
Like American dry
It's
humor
fucked.
is nowhere near as dry as.
American
It's so
movies we
dry.
have Van Wilder freshman year. That's what we have.
That's 3 stars.
But you know what?
3-star movie in America.
I love the first Van Wilder. I'm not even gonna lie.
You know
I
what I could-
legitimately love that movie.
There are a lot of shitty British comedies, but we don't get them over here.
Yeah.
So we
we only get the good
We
ones.
get the good ones, and they only get our good ones. I'm pretty sure Van Wilder did not go into that
I don't know, man.
because they look at
Don't
us like we
underestimate.
when like they have like very good British comedy. Britain is very good television.
Yeah.
But we send a lot of movies over there. Like we have a lot. We have like their blockbusters. or
And I
stuff.
like their way of like TV, how they do very the seasons are very short.
Yeah.
They don't do a lot of fucking filler episodes.
And I like
Yeah,
that
they don't
after
ruin it.
10 o'clock they can curse.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, when you make a show too long,
It
Yeah,
does-
you
Yeah,
get
it's just,
kinda-
there's
a lot-
episodes where it's just like
It gets
oh,
dragged
okay.
A lot of
Yeah,
shows,
she's
a
like-
lot.
The
like-
Office is actually really funny this
That's what-
season,
that's what-
but the season before was one of the worst things
Yeah.
ever put on television.
It was.
It really was. It was
was.
one
Yeah, it
of
was terrible.
the worst things in TV history. Was last season of The Office.
That's why Breaking Bad's so good, because it's so short.
Yeah, it's very.
They just
Cable
Yeah, I like
shows.
AMC's way of doing that.
Yeah.
So never
It's
walk
better to
back.
want more than to
Well, that's what it is.
want less.
Yeah.
A
Just
British
fucking kill.
comedian, Catherine Tate, from The Office.
Oh, we only have British actors in movies now.
Yeah.
The new
Walking
Superman,
Dead is
Wait,
like
from the
they're
Office?
all British.
Yeah.
They're all British. in
Uh,
Walking
The
Dead, I
Office?
feel like.
No, she's a British comedian.
She's on The Office now.
Oh, wait, what's her name?
Nelly.
Catherine
Nelly,
Tate,
yes,
yeah.
Nelly.
But
She's
look,
funny. She's
Superman's gonna be British. Batman was Welsh. Spider-Man British. All their villains. Tom Hardy British. The guy that played the Lizard British. Fuck are all the
which I
Americans?
like-
Gary
I like-
Oldman.
Brit-
Gary Oldman.
There's no more American actors anyway. They're all
Well,
making Van Wilder.
the only
That's
thing
not-
I
that's
like-
not American.
The only thing I liked
That's
about
not
Spider-Man was that the villain was played by the guy from Little Nicky. I love Little Nicky.
He was
Little Nicky
also-
is my favorite Adam Sandler comedy. If we could go back to that, is my favorite Adam Sandler comedy.
Little Nicky. I love that movie.
He was also in The
But
Replacements.
you,
Great
yeah.
movie.
You're right,
Any
like-
Shane Falco fans out there?
Shout out.
Shane Falco
but
fans.
you-
Forever. What is it?
Right.
Perfect night.
Forever Night
With a
Moldova.
K.
what you're right. Like when you say like who is like the big movie star like of like the '80s, you'd be like American movie star. You'd be
All
like
American.
Bruce Willis and like
Is-
Stallone. But who
Arnold.
would you say is like the big action star now that's American?
Shia LaBeouf.
Mark
Yeah,
Wahlberg.
Maybe Mark Wahlberg
Mark
actually.
Wahlberg. Or Terry Crews.
Oh yeah.
I'm saying like 80.
Yeah, but the thing is, Terry Crews
like,
is not that big of an action star because he doesn't really do action.
I have no idea why he was in the
He's never
Expendables.
starred.
Everybody looked at him and was
Terry
like, why is
Crews.
he in that one?
Well, because the fucking shotgun.
He's awesome. I love him,
Who?
but I mean, he's not an
Terry
action.
Crews.
He's not an 80s
You know what?
action star.
Robert Downey Jr. so far.
Yeah, Robert Downey Jr. is our action star.
Well, what else did he do besides Iron Man?
He was on
Sherlock Holmes.
but
you just
Sherlock Holmes.
Mark Wahlberg. Also
I never
does a
even
lot of
cared to
action
watch this.
stuff.
I don't even know what this is. That's what I'm taking.
Also, also, dial back.
We don't.
Robert Downey Jr. was on a season of SNL
Oh,
yeah, no.
with Anthony Michael
I didn't
Hall.
know that. Yeah.
Weird Science.
We don't have any American. Who are the American stars? It's Channing Tatum.
Well, we gotta think.
That's about it.
And Jonah Hill.
Jonah Hill.
We
comedians.
need to think of like budding ones. Like I pretty much I would say our like big American actors like our stars are still like Leonardo DiCaprio and like Will Smith and
Are still the stars from
Brad
20
Pitt.
years ago.
Johnny Depp.
Brad Pitt,
Johnny Depp.
Johnny Depp,
Tom Cruise.
Tom Cruise.
Yeah, I guess
Yeah.
there isn't like really a
There's
new
just
generation.
nobody that's taken them over yet.
Yeah, there's
Tom
no
Cruise is
new
still,
generation
Tom
of
Cruise is
fucking-
still one of the
You know
big
who?
American
You know
action stars.
who's gathering ranks? What's his name? From Jeremy Renner.
I fucking hate Jeremy. I can't
See,
stand Jeremy Renner.
Here we go.
I like Jerry. He's cool. The Town.
He
That's
was
a good- that's a good
amazing
one.
in The Town.
Yeah.
But I like old Jeremy Renner, where he, did movies where he acted, like
Yeah.
Hurt Locker and The Town.
He was
where he was
supposed to-
phenomenal.
He was supposed to play Joaquin Phoenix's role in The Master.
Was he?
Really?
Yeah.
I would have liked to see that.
Um,
Now he's just
maybe
doing all
the
these-
Avengers money.
I
He
would
was like-
honestly. He's just doing
I
all
don't need
these.
to do this.
Most action movies suck.
Yeah.
Most 9 out of 10 action movies are gonna suck. Like, and
Yeah.
I'm
No,
not.
no,
like,
actually,
I don't
It's
really
just a
like
whole
them.
bunch of
I felt like his character was pretty bland in the Avengers as Hawkeye.
Yeah.
He didn't really do
He
He
wasn't
should
in it.
have
He shouldn't have been
He
there.
should have just been his character from The Town in Hawkeye. If he was just like a guy from Southie Boston who was Hawkeye,
Now
that would have been
he's
so
doing
much
all these
awesome.
dumb action movies now, and now I'm starting to dislike him. But he was amazing in The Town.
Yeah, that was a good
Well,
one.
he's
I feel like-
he's
I feel
hosting
like-
SNL. Sadly.
I feel like the Bourne series could be like America's
Bourne, that's-
America's James Bond, but
I've
I
never
don't know,
seen
there's
Bourne.
not a lot of fanfare.
Yeah.
Bourne.
I feel
Yeah.
like people watch
It's
them,
like
but I
really-
don't know anybody who really does.
Yeah.
Somebody.
Well, no,
does.
I'm not saying they're great. I don't like them. I just wish
No,
it
I'm
was
saying I don't
good.
know anybody who really is a big Bourne. I know that somebody has to, and I've never seen them. I don't mean
There-
disrespect.
That
My-
guy in Moldova. I really love Bourne.
My parents.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, they love the Bourne movies.
I seen the first two, and then
Didn't
I
that guy-
saw Ultimatum.
Well, that
And
guy
I
also
said
did
that's,
United 93.
Did you just say I saw the first two and then I saw Ultimatum and then I saw Legacy? I was like, so you saw all of them?
I saw this one.
I've seen 4 Twilight movies so far.
Oh, the last one's
You said
coming out
one?
soon.
The last one came out too?
Now I've
Okay,
seen
today.
4 of the other ones.
Sorry,
It came
Steve.
out today, man. No matter how much times I say I'm not gonna see it, I already saw mostly all of them, so I gotta see this one.
I
I'm not gonna say
It's
because I
just
don't.
gonna happen.
What?
I don't like
Fuck
them.
that.
My little sister is gonna buy this 5th one on DVD.
Yeah, I don't
I'm
want to
going
see
to
it.
see it.
I waste my
But I
money,
will
but I'm
see
not
it.
gonna waste my money that bad.
I hate the Twilight movies. They're all bad actors in it, like really bad.
Yeah, but she's a vampire now.
Nickelback's doing the theme song.
Hey, hey, hero, vampire can save
Why are we
us.
doing Creed for Nickelback now?
He only
Yeah,
has
that
one
was
voice.
Oh, that was Nickelback.
I'll see a hero can save
Nobody
us.
from Moldova is gonna get that.
And I'll
What was
see
your face of disgust when?
Everything he says. He was saying, well, I gotta see the new Twilight movie
I
because I
already saw
saw
all
the
of
other one. There is nothing you like that I hate, that I don't hate.
The
Kristen Stewart's
in the
another
trailer-
girl.
I'm
She's
sorry.
In the trailer, it says the last Twilight with a great new twist ending. Why would they put that in like the
That ruins a twist. I hate when they say that it's a
anymore.
twist ending. Like, well then that's not a twist. When you expect a
told me.
twist,
Yeah.
there isn't a
It's
twist.
not gonna be that big a twist. But
Like,
Kristen Stewart's
oh.
another girl. Not a good actress. She's just attractive.
I got.
I think she's hot.
The Sixth Sense. I
She
got.
doesn't.
She's pretty.
Jimmy has
She's
high
not-
standards.
She's pretty. She's pretty.
She's really pretty.
She's very pretty.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I think she's very pretty. It's just I think, which I've said before, I think Charlize Theron is more attractive.
yes.
I was watching.
So the queen shouldn't be.
We didn't just pull one out of random.
Snow White and the Huntsman. Yeah. Who's the fairest of them all? You are. You have a competitor. She's like, oh no, it's just
I was watching. My mom watches a lot of E.T. like entertainment shows. She just watches E.T. all the fucking time. It's really annoying. She loves that movie. No, she watches a lot of like entertainment shows. And Entertainment Tonight. Yesterday they were having they talked about Kristen Stewart's pretty dress that she would see-through dress, and then they started talking. Ooh. Then they did an in-depth investigation into the porn industry, and it got really awkward.
Put me on the case.
It got really awkward because I knew every single person in the show. I was like, oh, it's that guy, and they were talking about like there's this actor, James Dean, which I'm pretty sure we've all seen in porn.
J.D.
Yeah, I have heard it. He's going to be in a Lindsay Lohan.
Yeah, no, that was the whole point of the investigation.
I was just like,
I was just like, oh god, this is so every porn star I knew.
He played.
That's all I wanted. I wanted to shit.
He played JD's character in The Saint Scrubs. I know because Zach Braff posted on Twitter. He was like, "Hey, look, I found my double." And both of them like at a convention, like, "Hey."
That's pretty cool.
That happened once. My mom was watching an awards show, and I was like, "Where do I know that person?" I'm like, "Mom, what's that guy?" And I was like, "I think I know him from a porn." I'm gonna go upstairs.
I want to have like I feel like I have like a bucket list of like 10 weird things that I want to like I want to be able to like happen to me in my life. Like what I would want to be is to be in a movie or television show that is popular enough that they make a porn parody of it. And there's a porn star playing a parody of me. Because I realize that there is a Parks and Recreation. No, not Parks and Recreation. A 30 Rock. This ain't 30 Rock. And they have like a porn star playing Judah Friedlander's character. And that means Judah Friedlander, who watches porn. He says it. He says it. He's like, there is a guy, but I can watch fake me have sex on a movie. And I think that's just weird.
It's a fake porn. It's a porn.
A porn parody. Do you not know about porn parodies?
No, there's one about 30 Rock.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it's This Ain't 30 Rock XXX.
Oh, nice.
You said Judah Friedlander. I know he watches porn. I'm pretty sure everybody watches porn.
Oh, yeah.
I don't think there's like...
There's not like a
people out there.
The guy in Moldova does not watch porn.
We're sorry.
We're losing him. but no, I think that's just... That's like a weird... That'll be a funny thing to like...
But wouldn't you be kind of mad? Like, why didn't they just ask me? I would have done it.
What?
You would have done the porn?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, like, they should just ask me.
I wouldn't do a porn ever. I would
pull a cameo on it though. Like if I was in a TV show and they made a porn parody of it, and I was just like, and I'm like working, and they're like, "Hey, John, whatever my character's name is, can you help me with this?" I would turn around like, "Yeah, sure." And that's like people watching, they're just like, "What the fuck? Did I change it?
Yeah.
Am I watching a real show now?" Like, oh no, that guy's dick is out.
I could never do porn. I'd have like a family and stuff that like these people that do porn, they don't have the best.
Also,
best
you realize
I feel
that
like.
if you do porn, if you're in a porn, everyone you know is going to watch that.
I know.
I'm telling you. If any of you do porn, like even if I don't want to see it, if I find out, if I'm like find out that like you guys did porn, I'm like one of you in a porn, I'm like, well, I'm gonna have to see it. Like I may not want to, but you're like, okay, whatever. Like, I know a guy, I know someone who's in a porn. So like that must be like that's like I think the biggest like reveal. Like if you're just like looking around the internet at porn and you see someone you know.
Yeah, I want that to happen. I want that to happen so bad.
Like maybe not like a close friend,
that
just
happened.
somebody that you know.
I have a story about that. That actually happened. A friend of mine, he in high school he found a porn of a friend of his older sister was in a porn. Nice. And they were like, oh shit, and they were showing people about it. But they didn't want the guy to find out.
Yeah.
He's gonna find out one day.
They were at a party. And my two friends were there, and they went to this room, and at the party he pulled it up on the computer to show him. And the girl in the video, it was like a weird one. I'm not gonna get explicit on it. But
we know the people from Moldova.
I'll talk about it. I'll emphasize on it later. And so it's just clearly something you don't even want to see. And the guy, the girl's like younger brother, was at the party, and he walks upstairs and he like walks into the room. He's like, "Hey, what are you guys watching?" And my friend just ran over and just pulled the cord out of the computer.
Nothing.
Because you never. That's terrible.
I think it'd be better to tell him than him to find out what he was
Nah,
doing.
He's gonna find out. He's gonna know what was going on at the party. That's what they would do.
Do you know how much?
He'll be relieved if anything.
Do you know how much pornography there is on the internet? It's
That
gonna be
is
hard to
Right,
find.
right.
Have
true.
you ever like found a video randomly and then like a year later you found the same video randomly and you're like, whoa, wait a minute.
I gotta watch it again.
I'm back in the ether.
I've gone
There's a glitch in the
I've gone through all of them.
that
needs to get out more.
That there are I'm thoroughly convinced that one out of every like 6 girls have done pornography, considering how much. That's how I know.
And there's only like 6 guys in porn.
I mean, there's just so much. Like it's like
You
disgusting.
think it'd be the
how much
opposite?
there
You
is.
think
Yeah,
there'd
you
be
think-
more guys down to do
Well,
it?
no, there are more guys that do it, but they're like, sorry, move along. I'll do a porn.
I think
Of course
also, if you were to get into
will.
that situation to have to do it, a lot of guys said they would. I think you'd get a little nervous in the
Yeah.
situation.
It's not-
cameras. I'm naked and I'm about to.
Also, it's not.
You know that guy
It can't be as glamorous as they say. It's like, oh, it's like, have sex with hot chicks to get money for it.
yeah.
You know that site, we all know it, we're adults, Bangbus. You know, the guy from Project X was in one of their videos, and he
I
fucked
saw
2
it.
girls.
Which guy?
The fat kid.
Which fat one?
There's only one fat kid.
They're both kind of portly.
Okay, the fat kid with glasses, and the
Is it porn?
he
The
was in-
one
he
you
was in a
don't
porn
want to
ye-
see naked.
Yeah, he was in a porn years ago, and they brought him onto the bus where they do their stuff.
It was
And
so,
he had sex with 2 girls, and he was able to do it, and he was like all
I
about
found it. It was like on the front page.
I wouldn't be able to watch.
It was-
I wouldn't be
it
able to
was-
watch.
It was uncomfortable. It was
Yeah.
uncomfortable to watch. So I can't.
I wouldn't be able to watch Project X. I'd be like, well, this is
That's
unbelievable,
not
man.
gonna stay.
Because he has sex for money.
What what I'm thinking is, what if you were ever? Because I know like this is becoming a very R-rated podcast more than usual. But there are ones where like I've seen like where they like bring a guy to a bus and like have sex with these girls while cameras look at you, and he like couldn't he couldn't get it up,
Yeah.
and they're like, get off this bus. You know?
That's so
and
fucked
I
up.
felt so
Yeah,
terrible. I felt
can't
so
jerk off
bad
to
for the
that.
guy. I was like, get it back on the bus.
At least buy him a soda.
Also, they show his face. They show his face.
So the video is still on.
I'll be like, no, I'm not signing shit. I don't want anyone to know about this.
If you gave me a shirt, I'd be like, all right, you know.
Thanks, I guess.
I wouldn't get somebody's like going to a bus right now, have sex with these girls. There's gonna be cameras. I'd be like, no, I don't trust any of this.
Wait, I gotta go home and wipe my ass first. Give me a second.
Also, if I go in and they're like, hey,
Okay. That's a hell of a direction to take that. Alright.
there's also been like, hey.
That's
I'll
what
be
I
honest,
think about.
regardless of how much like self-esteem and like pride you have, and like if a bus pulls over and they're like, hey, these 3 porn stars want to have sex with you, I'd be like, oh, they don't want to have sex with you. They don't.
I just wouldn't trust
Go
it.
find
You
somebody
mean
else.
one of them
But
wants to
you're
have sex
young,
with
but
you
you-
for 20 seconds?
But you're young and you're viral, and I'm like, but you do this for a living, and there's 3 of you. Like,
I just wouldn't trust it. Be like, that doesn't happen. This doesn't happen in real life. Like,
yeah,
this,
I might just get in and they'll be like, okay, like.
Sometimes I just think that
they're actually dudes.
Yeah,
Like something bad would happen, and that's don't
Like they
don't
actually
do
pay
that.
those people.
Yeah, don't go into
ever get in a
bands.
bus.
Don't do that.
Like,
Unless
people
you
just
say
wait on the
James
corner,
Dean.
like they give them money, they say, hey, wait on that corner, and then they go pick them up. That's what I think they do. Unless they
Oh no,
actually
yeah,
just
no,
find
I think
random-
those that's all stage.
Yeah.
No!
Alright.
No,
Yo!
that's the thing. I believe that's stage. That's why if that happened to me, and somebody was like, "Come in the van,"
Like,
I was told not to go into vans.
It's like a van full of, hey, come in the van, there's girls in the back that want to make sex with you. And you're like, alright, I'll take off my shirt now. Perfect.
Sounds reasonable.
Alright, and with that comes the end of the Hooverville Podcast.
Ah, okay. Well, I'd say the moral of the story, do not go into unmarked vans
don't
and
go
have
into-
sex with
yeah.
ladies.
Maybe.
I mean, there's just probably not
If
ladies
you want, you
in
can
there.
do whatever the fuck you
if
want.
you want to, if you want money, I guess.
Man from Moldova's probably like, I do that every Tuesday.
Direct them our way. Also, Nana Manova, email us at
Go to the website, Into the Man Originals, go to contact, contact us there.
We really only want to know what you have to say.
I don't give a fuck about anybody else.
I don't care if we ever reach it.
But anyone, if you wanna, send questions, you wanna give us a conversation topic.
Indie the Man Originals.
Indie the Man Originals with Hooverville. I'm Jimmy.
I'm Steven.
I'm TK.
And I'm Roberto. Bye.